Hi, Felita. Welcome.
Surprise! I said I wasn't gonna make it, but here
Hey.
I am. But I am kind of working, so I'm still working. So I was gonna be off camera, but I wanted to at least say hi.
That's totally okay. We are streaming into the Facebook group, so
Yeah,
I got that all set up in time.
nice. I do have a question though.
Yeah, all
So
right.
I've been getting new people into my community. I got two in there today, and so they're trickling in. They've been coming in through like a few through TikTok, mo more from Threads, and some Facebook groups that I've been posting in. And so they're just trickling in from different places. But everyone's so silent, and I'm like, and I don't see anyone taking my course, but they come in. So I'm like, the course is what's, that's what they're coming in through the form to access my course. But I'm like, happy Monday. How's everyone going? How's your journey? Where are you at in, the Amazon Influencer Program? Are you new? Are you stuck? Da, da, da. Like happy Friday. How was your week? I'm trying to get some engagement. I just don't know. Like, how do you get engagement in these? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
That's
So there's a
my
couple of
struggle
things
right
that I
now.
would suggest. Welcome, Catherine. We're talking about communities and how to kind of, well, first of all, it is about gauging the engagement. Sometimes people are, on different time zones, they're stealthily consuming stuff, and we don't have
Mhm.
anything kind of to tell us what they're doing. So, one of the
Mhm.
first things that I would suggest is that you set up some triggers based on either completion of courses or um, having it that they have to request access to something to then go through it. And then
Mhm.
on the triggers, move them in your opportunity pipeline to say, they completed module one or they completed module
Mhm.
three, or so have some kind of checkpoints that you would say
Mhm.
in the opportunity or in the customer journey. I want to know that they logged in, they did the start here course, and then
Mhm.
they did, you know, course number one, and then they completed course number three. And
Mhm.
so by putting those kind of little tag markers, you get
Mhm.
some electronic feedback to say, hey, people are consuming what it is that you're doing. Um,
Mhm.
but the other way is, having a live element where, like this, people like I wouldn't hear from you guys if I didn't do this live. So
Right.
having something where people can plug into and
You froze. Yeah.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Yeah, she does that she's been doing that
have
lately.
that human connection.
Oh, there you
So
go.
We
Rochelle, you were
lost you.
frozen. You were
I'm back again.
frozen.
Yeah, I stopped
Yeah,
talking as soon as it froze, but it seems to do it every time when I get on at about the 5 minute mark.
I know.
So what I was saying was having these live components so people
Mhm.
can, connect with you and you can ask questions and you can get a feel for where your clients are at. If you're
Mhm.
not providing that one-on-one service, like you're not seeing people in a clinic or you're not seeing people one-on-one in Zoom and it is a self-paced kind of thing, there is an element of, hey, they've come in, they've wanted what they've wanted, but you want to make sure that they're getting access to it, they're finding it, and that
Mhm.
they're consuming it. Otherwise, if they're not consuming it, it's not going to do the job of funneling them to the next step. Um,
Right.
so you can add, when new people join the community, you can tag them on a post, and that post,
Mhm.
for example, might be a video of you orientating them around what to do next. I have a
Mhm.
Start Here course, which basically says, hey, this is what the community is about. This is how you can engage in
Mhm.
discussion. This is how you can get questions answered, and go straight over here and do these three small modules.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you do have to kind of direct traffic. Um,
Yeah.
Facebook group, I kind of cover that. Not everyone's using our lot of communities. They are using
Mhm.
Facebook groups and things like that. And
I
so
don't want that.
whatever community that you're using, use the @ symbol and the person's name. So I have
Right.
a post when
Personalized.
somebody comes in and they're new, I at symbol them on the start here and, make sure that they know where to go. That's it.
Okay, yeah. I'll
Uh,
do that. I'll do that. I have been doing like, you know how school, I know high level doesn't have this yet. Um, you can automate a DM and welcome someone to the community. I've gotten some of those. And so I've been actually manually going and DMing them and
can
welcoming
automate
them.
that. You just have to set it up as an automation. So when a
Not
new
for a DM and not for a DM in the community.
no, you would have to
Yeah,
S.
that's the issue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not for a DM. That's and I know that's been I've been looking on the little, wish list boards. People have been asking for that because it's a nice touch, and I get that when I see that they have that in school. So I've been manually doing that, but yeah, I do
Can't
have
you
like a
set that
spot
up
here
as
in
a
place.
Zap? Sorry, Rochelle, can you set that up as a Zap?
You can't, you can set it up as an automation to go out as a text message or an email, but you
Hmm.
can't send it through the community messenger, is what.
Hmm.
Could you, okay, I get what you're saying, but can you integrate it via a Zap? You know how Zaps combine this with that? I used to
Yeah.
use Zaps. Can't you
Zaps,
do a Zap?
Zaps would send information from some,
Zapier. I mean Zapier.
yeah. Zapier is basically just a transfer of data. So it would be able to send data into your high level system from another system, but this is actually within the high level system. There's a messaging component within the community,
Mhm.
and so it's not an external thing to send it to. It's
Okay.
whether the community they'll integrate it. They're following very, very closely behind what school is
Yeah, I'm
doing. Every
sure
time
they
school
are.
does something, they're on it. So I'm sure they'll come up with the integration. Um, I also think, the referral thing in school is just so easy to use. So I reckon they'll come out with something like that. I have faith of it being just
Yeah.
as easy as that is. So yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I
I
was
think
thinking about doing like a Q&A session, a live Q&A, and trying to get that going. So maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, I
Um,
would I would engage as much as you possibly can for your
mhm,
own purpose. Like you get so much feedback. Like I get so much feedback from these sessions when people
mhm,
show up and talk to me and, share where they're at. I'm able
mhm.
to really kind of help and
Right.
move them to the next step. And so,
Mhm.
you get less people that are stuck. And quite frankly, in my experience is people just like people. People like to talk it out. They don't really like to find their own answers. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's unfortunate because it's not so it's not so leveraged, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Like people like being handheld through any learning process and whenever they feel uncomfortable, the go-to is to reach out to a human. So
Hmm.
having that
Yeah.
component of helping people. And I'm sure, Catherine, you would know, like from being in clinic, like people kind of know what they need to eat. They know what they need to do fitness wise. It's just they don't do it without somebody holding them accountable or helping, just being by their side, watching them. And they're
Yeah,
not,
100%.
yeah, I think it's just human nature. So,
Hmm.
It
um,
does work. It's like me finally turning up to this call after who knows how long. Yeah, trying to work out what the hell my next step is. But it's just you do need this face-to-face contact. I think it's worthwhile. So whatever your community is, how do you say your name? Felita?
Yes.
Felita. What is your community?
Oh, it's called Lifestyle Monetized.
Mm-hmm. But
Mhm.
yeah, I would agree. Like I'm going to do what that myself right now after listening to both of you. I'm going to create my a live, even if it's just and even if one person turns up, like today, what there's two of us here, like you
Mhm.
brainstorm and get excited about life. It just helps having other people around.
No, it does. It does. And that's why I like to come to these, even though I don't always have questions. It's just nice to talk to somebody, that's
Mm.
excited about business, because it's,
Mm.
I'm doing my day job, but then I'm like, okay, I like to jump into my fun stuff, my business, and then talk to other people that have other endeavors and working in the fund system and everything. So it
I think
makes
it's
it
really
fun.
interesting because, as a community, as in this instance, the community owner,
Hmm.
you're also community owners, like it's so rewarding for me too to have that feedback that
Hmm.
you're using the software, you're having a win, you're stuck and I can help you to get unstuck or whatever that is. And to me it's like, I don't know, my currency is people getting stuff done, like having wins. And so it is, yes, you can provide a paid service or you can sell a course, but if people aren't using it and getting results, it's really short-lived. Like, I don't think
Hmm.
it has legs to really be a viral or successful kind of self-propelling thing because it's the results, it's the equation of 1 + 1 = 2 that people get that they're like, oh my gosh, like I had a win, I got something from this. Now I'm going to tell my friends because that was awesome. Um, and it could be a really awesome course that's available, but if I don't engage in it, I won't know.
Hmm.
And it's something I just bought an online course the other day, and it was a Thermomix recipe course. It was like a 6-week challenge. It was kind of healthy eating related. But she's doing this 6-week container. I'm at week 3 and I've logged in once. And so for her, like the success of running that will be getting as many people engaged in the content and using and at least get it feeling like they got something back from what they put in. And that fair exchange then is like when she brings out something else, I'd do it again because I felt like it was. But if I don't utilize it, which is totally up to me, I get that. But it's her encouragement to get me to re-plug in and get the results that will get me rebuying things and kind of getting the next recipe book or doing the next thing that she launches. Um,
Hmm.
so we've kind of got to get a bit creative about the ways in which we build that. Um,
Hmm.
we are in Live Good running a masterclass at the moment for everybody that's in Infinite Wealth. And one of the things that they're going into a Facebook group, which is where the masterclass will be run. And so as they're coming in, there is an engagement piece that we're trying. Once they're in, we tag them on a video. So we're just trying to map out like what are the steps that are going to get them to the highest conversion of actually showing up live next week when the actual live masterclass is on. So we've had 250 something people register. Our job now will be how many of those 250 can we actually get actively on there live, because that's going to be who we have the potential to convert into a paid offer, like into the next step of the process. And so everything that you do, whether it's a free masterclass or it's a lead magnet or it's a community or some process of engagement, is to get them in and get them doing that thing. And so
Hmm.
make it a small thing. Make a really small win for them to get in and attend something, so that they can just put a strike on the board and say, "Yep, I've done it."
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll try to set something up within the next week. It's like a live Q&A, just get to know you thing. Where's everyone at?
And I think consistency is the other thing. I know when I started, I had to just show up whether somebody was there or not, and I would just create training. So if nobody showed up, I would just rant about a particular thing that had gone on that week that I wanted to help people with. So um, be committed to yourself to show up, whether somebody's there to listen to you or not. And now it's really rare if somebody doesn't show up. But you know what? Sometimes I get one person, sometimes I get 7 or 8. And, I just never know. So, but everyone knows that I will be there at, 10 o'clock on a Wednesday morning or, 5 o'clock on a Monday night.
Even if you're in your car.
Even if I'm in my car, I'm committed to it. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
and I think that's really important. Like that actually plays a really big part because people can be, can rely on you. And as annoying as it can be sometimes when it's in amongst, like I don't like commitment and I don't like structure, especially if I'm on holidays I'm doing, but I know that it's important to my business. So it's 2 hours a week that I'm committed to and I will always do it. So yeah.
So you're doing you just said 2 hours. You're doing this 1 hour now. When's your other hour?
Monday at 5 p.m. Australian
Your time.
Standard Time, yeah. Queensland.
Up in, what's it called? Your own normal time.
Australian Eastern Standard Time. So
that's
You're-
my 4 p.m.
yes,
Because what time is it there now? 10.
10.
Yeah, so 4 p.m. Monday. Okay.
I can never make
All
that
right.
one. It's like 3 a.m. for me.
Well
What
done.
Are you New South Wales?
Me, yeah.
Yeah, so won't it be your 6? No, it'll be your 4. You're
I
right.
know, it's always, it doesn't matter how many times you do it, you just have to double think. Because right now it's 11 here, so you're 10, 20.
Yes, okay. So it's an hour
I was,
for you. So if it's my 5, it'll be your 6.
I was going to ask you a question if I can, or Lolita, sorry, have you got other questions? Or
No, I'm good. Thank you.
all right, I was going to ask you, Rochelle, like Lolita, I've been just so slow, it's crazy, but I'm looking at all the emails you sent me, Rochelle. But my main question now is I've decided to call myself behealth.fit is a domain I have purchased and rather than a .com. What are your thoughts? And I did get a .com at the same time, behealthfit.com. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, the jury's out because there's so many different endings now. I think we're getting a bit used to, like in the beginning when domains first come out, I would say if you can get the .com, get the .com because everyone knows .com is what you put on the end of a domain name. But now, in Australia we have .com.au, which everyone's familiar with, and heaps of businesses are coming out with .app or .biz or .fit or whatever.
Okay.
So really, at the end of the day, a lot of your traffic is just going to be sent to the domain name by you sharing that or, your client, it's like, hey, go here and book in, or you're telling them where to go. So it's pretty clear. There's no clear guidelines from Google or anything like that that say that a .com ranks higher from an SEO perspective.
Yeah.
I have looked at it because I have been concerned in the past, what actually ranks really well is whatever service you provide, if it's a fitness or if it's naturopathy or if it's health, or if that word is in your domain name anywhere before the dot or after the dot, it helps people find your site organically.
Yeah.
So to me,
behealth.fit.
behealth.fit says to me it's doing all the right things, like it's got fit in the domain name, and so from a Google perspective or from a SEO perspective, if somebody put in get fit and healthy, because you've got fit and health in your domain name, that will rank. That's the first they check. The second thing they check is your SEO data that you actually, on every single web page funnel that you create, you can go in and customize your SEO words or descriptions that you put on that URL. That really helps. So having all the keywords in a sentence structure, not just banging whole words. Doesn't make any sense. It's in a really kind of easy to read structure, because
Mm-hmm.
what comes up on Google is usually your domain or the page that references that matches the search criteria, and then
Mm-hmm.
snippet under that of what that page is about. So if that SEO paragraph that you put in there is luring in that it's really clear about what I'm going to get when I click on that page,
Mm-hmm.
more people will click on it and read what's on that page.
Okay, and on your how to do list, does it tell you how to do that SEO stuff?
I believe so. It's quite simple, and I can show you.
Okay, because this is weird. Whenever I go into our Lotta, I'm like, I still don't know. It sounds crazy where the training is. I'm like, I don't even kind of find it.
Okay, well, let me show
I
you.
don't know why, because I know I've found it before and I've gone in there since and I'm like, surely you've got it in here how to set up your domain, and I can't find it. So yeah, if you can show me, that'd be great.
Okay, so let's
Where are we?
We'll actually log into yours. So, a minute.
That was back in October you gave me this to-do list. Here we are in March, seriously.
Yeah, time flies, doesn't it?
But I'm finally ready. My brain's back in the world. It's a real thing. Stress from life,
Yeah.
as we know, makes life very difficult. So I wanted to just get this in there this week and get it launched ASAP.
Okay, so all the training, like all the where the calls are and all of that, is in the Online Wise community. So there's a couple of ways to get to that. You can just type in members.onlinewise.com.
And on members.onlinewise.com.
But if you're logged into our Lotta,
Yeah, I
and you
am.
can see my screen, down the bottom here, there's a link to the Online Wise community.
Where is it? Sorry, I can't see it on your screen. Oh, I can see Online Wise community. But don't you, within our Lotta, didn't you have a checklist of this is how you do everything? I can't find that checklist. Where is that?
So first of all, when you start, there is the launch pad.
The launch pad, yeah.
That just takes you through kind of the basic setup. But once you've I'm pretty sure you'll have most of that set up. That's just like connecting your Facebook, Stripe, that sort of stuff.
I still haven't connected it because I have to reset all passwords on lots of those things, but I'll do it. It needs to be done.
Yeah, so if you make your way through that and connect what you need, you won't need everything. So WhatsApp is necessary. But in the Online Wise, so if you scroll to the bottom here, you've got the Online Wise community. That will open up this community.
Mm-hmm.
And under learning,
Yep.
you won't have all these courses that are showing on my screen, but you'll have the start, and then you'll have this onboarding basic software setup. So in that, I go through pretty much all the basics. There's a checklist that I'm pretty sure you've got downloaded already, a Google checklist. And I just have like check boxes on all the steps of what you need to set up.
Yep.
And then these are not mandatory, but they're kind of nice to have. Identity, which is all about getting clear on setting, the basic things to have your clear message about who you are and what you stand for and who you serve. Branding, if you haven't done branding exercise, you can go through that and come out with a branding board. And your customer journey, I always like to do those three because if you've done those 3 exercises and you have a clear brand, you know who you are and who you serve, and you know what your customer journey is as in a lead through to a sale, and then when somebody buys something from you, all the steps for them to be onboarded so that they have a good experience, and kind of tying into what Felita said earlier of then ways in which to keep them engaged and get them consuming and kind of doing business the way that you want to have it set up. And so like your community, from memory, like it will be a additional resource to somebody potentially coming in and seeing you one-on-one, like a leveraged component of that. But you also could have people that are just in that online community.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is I need to, every single client I ever see, I'm thinking I'll just add them to the free community. And then I'm going to have a paid community, and that was where I never decided what the paid amount should be. But I would probably start just something quite cheap, like the $17 a month or $7 a month. Or, like we were talking about how Evelyn used to do it, but even the paid community, like I said, this is why I've got to map it out. Well, I did map it out, but it's always knowing what's
strategy to start low and build, because it'll lock in those initial people. Like I still pay for Evelyn $7 a month because now, $40 or whatever, and I'm getting it for $7, so I feel like I'm getting
good value.
The other thing that we have established, and I don't know whether you've watched videos to learn it or whatever, but most of us that have like free and paid are running that from within the one community. So you have your free community, and I'll show you in Online Wise. So you have your free community that has things that are available for whatever level they're at.
Yeah.
There's this unlock, like they can pay a monthly fee to unlock it. And so on the side here where you see Live Good, our Lotta Academy, Done With You questions, those have a padlock on them, which means they're only unlocked when people pay or do a certain level of thing. So when people join my Live Good team, I unlock this channel. When people join our Lotta, they get the Our Lotta Academy, which unlocks the classes that are attached to that private channel. So when we're adding classes into the community, we're telling it that we want only the people that have access to a particular channel. So say, for example, the free Live Good affiliate training, I want to make that available to a private channel, and that private channel is Live Good, as an example. And so only people that I have granted access to that Live Good channel will see this particular course. Or if I made it for Our Lotta Academy, it would be only people that have the Our Lotta software would see that particular course. So as you're creating things and as you're building courses, you can choose which level you grant access to. And of course, they can be paid subscriptions or they can be one-off fees that, like you might have a private channel for your private clients. So if somebody comes in and sees you privately, you might have 2 or 3 courses that they get when they come into the community that's a little bit more than someone who hasn't yet seen you in clinic. Example.
Yeah, it's just working out the pricing and how they get access, isn't it, always?
Yeah.
So if I've got a client that's seeing me face to face, they're paying $147 for an initial consult. That's my question, isn't it? I guess, do I then go, hey, you have free access to this community, but and I could give them free access to like a mini gut health course or something. And then I could then say, if you want more, there's the paid community.
Yeah, you would just say if you want more, then you can pay, and you would unlock another channel with other courses. So you just
Yeah.
need to clearly define what they get at each
Yeah.
of the levels. And you could set that, you can set that up automated. So when somebody goes through a sales process and buys that membership, then they unlock the channel and they unlock the learning that goes with that, and it all happens automatically.
All right. So I need to do all, and I think the thing I'm just getting in my head, I'm just going to charge the $7, whatever, somehow, and then just get it going. Because at the moment, it's too much thinking. I don't even know what I'm doing, but it'll just progress. You know what I mean? I think for me, I know that if once I start this, I'll be like, okay, that's next. But
Yeah.
so I just need to get the free and the paid. But my next question is, how do I get my domain connected, this behealth.fit? Am I better off paying you to do that, or is it easy enough to do? Is there some step-by-step thing in here to show me exactly how to connect my domain?
Yeah, so if you went through that onboarding course, it does step you through doing that.
And that's the one on this Online Wise community. It's on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can show you, I can kind of point you in the general direction. I mean, I'm happy to do it now if
Yeah. Well, if I don't know, whatever.
got all the logins and everything. And so we go into settings, we go to domains and URLs.
So you're on settings, okay? Yep.
And so now within our Lotta, you can actually purchase domains. So
Right.
If you purchase them within our Lotta, they're already connected.
Easy, yeah.
If you purchase them through GoDaddy or Cheap Domains or Crazy Domains or any of the domain hosts, that's fine as well. You just have to connect your domain to here. So there's a few they seem like scary steps, but they're not as scary as what they look if you just follow the steps. So you come up to here and say, it's a funnel website that I want to connect.
Yeah.
And you type in whatever domain that you've purchased. So did you get behealth?
behealth.fit. I can't remember whether, I think it was GoDaddy. I'd have to check my emails.
Okay, so if we go behealth.fit, and then it says, do you want to bring over the www, which it will automatically just bring it over and redirect it, which is what we want. And then when you do this on your end, it will then get you to log into your domain host. And if it's GoDaddy or Crazy Domains, it's GoDaddy. You can just log straight in with GoDaddy and it should just do everything automatically for you. So it has a technology that connects GoDaddy, and Crazy Domains is the other host that it does connect. Right. If it doesn't work, you can click on that little show me, and these are the records that you have to have set up. Now, this is where it potentially gets a little bit complex, is that I
have done this before. Yep.
Yeah, you can use Cloudflare as a kind of middle security element, and Cloudflare also has this automated kind of connection, and that's just a personal decision whether you want to use another software in between. It connects straight to GoDaddy, so I'm like, you might as well just connect it directly. I use Cloudflare because I just find it easier when you're setting up like subdomains and things like that. Like, it's kind of up to you what you want to do.
Yeah. But if you don't use Cloudflare, sorry, we're here. What you just copy these.
If you've got to do, say for example, for your community, you wanted to have behealth.fit as your community URL. You would have to know how to set that up in GoDaddy directly rather than in here.
Okay.
And then you can connect it. But I can step you
Yeah.
through. And I'm happy if you want to share your screen and do this now.
Yeah.
You can connect the
All
domain.
right. Well, if that's okay, let's somehow do that. Let's find out. So I've got to share my screen.
Stop sharing.
And then if I go straight to GoDaddy and log in, would that be correct?
Yeah.
Let's hope we get there fast and easily. Gosh.
If you're logged into GoDaddy, it should recognize that if it's in the same browser.
I'm just trying to move your face over there. Wait on, there we go. I'm already in. So my products.
So then log into Arlotta. I can't see your
Yeah, I'm logged into Arlotta. So can you see my screen or not?
Yeah, no.
No? Hold on, share screen. Who would know what I've just shared?
Yep. I can see now.
1,000 screens. Can you see my GoDaddy?
Yep. Fantastic.
But that's the behealth.fit.com.
So you can bring them both over because you
Okay.
potentially can use
Well,
them.
let's do one. Let's do this one because it's right here, shall we?
Okay. So just
Now
copy
what do
that, like highlight. I always copy paste, and then there's no chance of a typing error.
Yeah, get it.
So then open up the tab that's got Arlotta on it.
Open up my Arlotta. Sorry, I didn't hear the wording that you said.
Yeah, just open up the tab that's got Arlotta. That's it.
There we go.
Go right to the bottom to settings. And then the one that says domains and URL redirects. Click on that. Yeah. And then scroll down a little bit and say connect a domain.
Connect to domain, yep.
And on the top one, we want to hit the button that says connect on the funnel website one. Yep. And paste it in there. Hit continue. Yep. And then hit continue. And it should recognize that you're logged in and just do its thing.
It's got a record conflict.
Okay. So click on the little arrow that's on the right-hand side of the find out what records will be added. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an A record and a C name record.
Mm-hmm.
GoDaddy. So we'll just have to do it manually. So just go to the far right-hand side where it says 162.159.140, those two squares. Yeah.
Copy that.
And then, so we're doing an A record with the host at the @ symbol. So let's go to GoDaddy. And we're going to click into that domain.
There where it says domain. Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, click into manage DNS.
I'm just trying to move. We've got the Zoom thing in the way. Go away, Zoom thing.
You can probably cross it out. It doesn't matter. You don't need to see.
Okay. Manage DNS.
Manage DNS. Yeah. And then add a new record. Big black button. Yeah.
Saying no. Why won't it let me do that? So it won't let me? I might have to ring them.
So this is where, when I say this is why I use Cloudflare, some companies, some domain host companies restrict your ability to update DNS records. So if you have Cloudflare, you have full accessibility. So if we use Cloudflare, this problem will be solved. So that would be my recommendation at this point.
Right.
So if you want to open up a new tab, yeah, and go just type in Cloudflare.
I have used it before, but not for ages.
So let's see if we can log in and try logging in and seeing if you've got a password to get in.
Wouldn't have a clue what the password is, but if I do, let us know human log in.
Forgot your password?
Yeah. Hoping I use that email. I just want to do email. It's not showing anything from Cloudflare in my Gmail. So I would say, you know what I mean? Like I might have to create a new account. Do you want me to do that now or not really?
Yeah, well, if it's not sending anything, it means generally you don't have an account. So if you just go to log in down the bottom, yeah, and then I think right down the bottom it should say don't have an account, sign up. Yeah.
I'll just do hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you gonna have a thingy special character?
And just make sure you save this somewhere because
I am. Yeah, it's
one you
no.
want to keep. Just give it a second for that verifying.
Says please complete the captcha and try again.
Yeah, so click on the verify. No, click on that button and let it load before you hit sign up. Yeah, and then hit sign up.
Doesn't like my password. That password was leaked. Oh my gosh. Or so do I have to just change the password up here?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. Let me just do it one more time.
But it's you've either used the password maybe before or it's not liking the password. So
Let's just do another one. I will use theirs, seriously. Then that might make them happy.
just make sure you copy it though.
Yeah. Well, that's always the issue, isn't it? Where do you store these gobbledygook type passwords? Seriously.
I use LastPass.
Yeah, so do I actually, but I'm not in it. That's okay. I'll just reset it in the future. Let's just get in there. Seeing it's having a spaz now because I did it too many times. Doesn't like me now, does it? Great.
You got to wait for it to load before you hit the sign up button.
But it's saying verify. Oh, okay, just wait.
Yeah, but you got to have that tick saying that it's verified before. Yeah.
Success.
Sign up.
I'd say I've done it too many times.
Do you have another browser that you can try?
Yep. Let's go. When you mean another browser, what like go to which one?
Have you got Chrome and Safari or?
I've got Safari on my phone.
Oh yeah, you could try do it on your phone.
Or I can do new window.
In a
Let's just do it on
private, go new in private window.
Pardon? New window private.
Private window, yeah.
And what are we going on to here?
Cloudflare.com. So if you type the whole thing out and then it will take you to the website, yeah. That's it. And then go start for free. Yeah. So don't use the same.
I'm going to write that down, what I've typed in there. I don't even know. It's my cat's name. I always write this. I love Ivor. There we go. Right, done. Verify.
Wait till it loads. That's it. Now hit sign up.
Okay. You're unable to sign up.
It's not liking it at all. The only thing I'm thinking is there's already an account with that email address. That's the only other thing. I don't know whether you can check your email again and just see if there is an email that's come through.
Mhm. This is where I get frustrated with these things. Like I get so far, then something like this happens, and then I never finish it. I'm like, okay, it's all too hard.
You can do a search in the top for Cloudflare. Yeah, you do need patience for it because you can go round and round in circles for a bit.
Nothing's come through. Oh wait, and this is a reason you can't. That's something to do with Cloudflare. You know, in Gmail though, how you've got these different categories: promotions, social.
Yeah, they're bloody annoying, aren't they?
Well, okay. So without resolving this right this second, is Lolita still here or is she gone?
I think she was working, so she said she was going to turn her screen off. So that's fine.
Okay. Question is, so in my new behealth.fit.com, obviously I need to have an email address associated with that, which they've probably given me. How does that all integrate into our Lotta?
So they don't give you an email address with a domain.
Yep.
You have, if you want a domain-based email, so if you wanted to have Catherine at BeFit,
Mm-hmm.
behealthfit.com or
Mm-hmm. I think I'll just go with behealthfit.com. I think it's, like you said, maybe that's going to be easy. Even though I thought it sounded cool, behealth.fit. I'm with you. I think a lot of people are just so used to the .com, aren't they?
you know the .com, yeah. So whichever domain you wanted to use for your email, I recommend you set up a workspace in like a Google workspace with that domain name. The downside is for somebody like yourself who is ingrained already in Gmail and has been using Gmail for some time, is that it's going to require you to check 2 Gmail accounts for your email. Because
Yeah, that's
one
okay.
will be your workplace and one will be then, you know. It does cost. I think I found a back way that you can sign up on a 14-day trial and then you can downgrade, and I think it's like $11 a month to have a domain-based email.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you up to some amount of storage, which is a fairly small amount, but I think it's enough. And if you want to upgrade to get more terabytes of storage and whatever else you can.
Mm.
And it gives you like a whole G Suite specifically for that business entity. Which I do recommend having a domain-based email because it looks professional on business cards. It's just consistent with an online presence. So to sign up to that, you have to go to workspace.google.com.
Mine is down .google.com, yep.
Yeah, and you would set up an account with them. I would suggest Cloudflare to do that setup. So basically, Google needs access to a portion of your domain to do that setup, and the easiest way is to have Cloudflare, Google, and GoDaddy all connected because it just makes it an easier setup. So that would be once you have that email set up, then we basically set up in our Lotta a custom outbound email domain on your domain name. So that means higher delivery because you're using your own domain name to deliver emails from your domain named business, and so all email accounts prefer that.
Okay.
Um,
So
but
I said, sorry, go on.
like step number 1 is we have to set up your domain name just standard. Step number 2 is that we set up your custom email domain. And step number 3 is that we would set any replies, and when you're sending an email out to people, you want it to come from your domain-based email. And if people reply, you want it to go into that email inbox.
Mm-hmm.
Set that up.
All right, so go to Cloudflare first, get that done, then go to the Google Workspace, set it up there,
Yep.
and then go back into, so I don't have to do an email in GoDaddy, I'm doing it in the Google.
Yeah, like GoDaddy does offer setting up emails, and they do charge you. They use Google anyway. I highly suggest you don't use a service provider to go to Google, because if you get any issues, you can't use Google support, which is superior to any other supplier like GoDaddy. GoDaddy's support for Google is shit. It's like a middleman in between the two, and it becomes a nightmare. So I always recommend go straight to the source.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, so that's your next couple of steps. And if you get stuck, just reach out. Don't let yourself get stuck, because once you have those things in place, then you're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, that's what's been holding me back.
Setting
up this.
And if you want me to help you, and you want to kind of pay to like what we were doing, I'm also happy for you to do that, and we can just work through getting that to a point where you've got something to sell and that you can start to drive people in there and it's all set up correctly. I would, of course, recommend it, because I've done it 1,000 times, so I kind of know what steps to take. I won't let you get blocked unless you don't respond to me. Like I can only do so much.
I know part of my issue has just been timing in life. So what I'm going to do is give myself to the end of the week and see how much I can get set up. If I'm just getting nowhere, I'll message you and just say, right, this is where I'm up to. So that's because I have got a bit of free time. So I'll give it a go next couple of days, and then but I want to get it happening because it's just been too long.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's it. That's a nice, easy, at least you've got some direction.
And I think then I just need to promote it. Like, this is my free group, join this. This is my whatever. So I need to just get stuff moving.
Yeah, and I think if you just go back to what we mapped out and start and kind of make some of those decisions, how much am I going to charge? What do they get access to on each of the levels? It will make setting it up really, really easy.
Because I'll just tell you my next project, because obviously you can never just get this done before we move on. This is happening, right? But what I've also started doing, just because I've started writing a book, so I've nearly finished it, because of course, why would we be doing this when I've been doing that? So what the next thing will be, promote that via all this channel. See?
Yeah. Well, books are like a funnel. They're like a marketing tool, so they fit really well into all of the stuff that we've just been talking about. So you'll just say, give them some sort of bonus, some sort of worksheet, or some sort of extra that they get when they buy the book inside your community, and that's going to be then part of the customer journey, is buy the book, download the worksheet, the bonus, the mini course, the something, and then they're inside your community and they go through your customer journey.
Okay. All right. Let me see how far I can get, otherwise I'll be messaging you. At least I finally made it to the call.
Yeah. It's good. It's a step in the positive direction.
Oh my gosh. So my plan is to keep showing up these calls at least, and like Lolita said, like, you get ideas and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you do. And like, for each step of the way, someone else is somewhere else, and learn what you got to do next. And
beautiful. Thank you, Rochelle. But I'll try and get on the Mondays if I can as well. When does daylight saving end in April? Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, when is daylight saving end?
I don't know. April sometime. We'll have to work it out.
Okay.
I don't
It should convert it. If you go into the Online Wise community, it should convert it into your time zone automatically.
Okay.
It's pretty clever like that.
That's good.
And I just went down to Sydney and it stuffed my whole calendar. I kept putting things in on Brisbane time, and then when I come back, they're all on the wrong times. I'm like,
Oh. Sorry, one last question while we're here. The calendar in our Lotta, and this is what we had a brief discussion about this in the past. I'm in Clinico, which I want to get out of, right? So then I can start using the Our Lotto calendar for all my appointments. This can't I?
yeah. Yep. It's very, very similar to Clinico, the actual look and feel of it and the way that it works. It'll just be setting up all your different appointment types
Okay.
and what they cost, if there's a cost, if there's not a cost, like if you just charge people when they come in to the clinic.
Yeah.
You will you'll make that decision on when you're setting it up. I have some clients that, for example, they'll have two options. They'll have a in-clinic process, booking link, and they don't charge. They just ask them all the questions that they want, like on an intake form.
Yeah.
They have an initial consultation and a follow-up consultation, one with the form, one without the form. And then an online booking where they book, they take the information and they pay.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to think about, who's going to be booking appointments and set it up with.
And then sorry, one last thing, Xero. So I use Xero from account, so I'd still keep using Xero, wouldn't I? The accounting software, you don't. So if I'm using Our Lotto, that's just for writing down their information. Can I write down their
The
notes from the session or not?
Yep. Yeah, you sure can.
And then, so I just need Xero to do all the invoicing.
Xero, you just reconcile, or this is the way I do it anyway. Xero just reconciles off my bank statement, which has all of the transactions that I do in Our Lotto come through in Stripe.
Mm-hmm.
So those Stripe payments hit my bank account, and I just code them all as sales. I don't actually code them into anything else in my Xero. All of the granular breakdown of my income is inside Our Lotto.
Okay.
So everything I charge appointment-wise, subscription-wise, membership-wise, that's all run within Our Lotto. But the money hits my bank account, and that's what I reconcile my Xero off.
My issue is because I'm selling products.
Well, it shouldn't be. There shouldn't be an issue because you're paying for the product out of your bank account. So that's when it'll go in with its GST and whatever else. And then you'll receive income with GST, or if you've got GST, whatever. It's all on your bank account. So that all they're doing in Xero is reconciling your bank account.
I'll check it. Yeah, no, makes sense. All right.
But then, if you ever want to run a report and see how many of a particular product that you sold, if you're running, you can set up all your products in Our Lotto as well. You can run a full e-commerce online store, but you can also have your point of sale. So when clients are in with you, you can just add all the products and then tap their card onto your phone and it will take a payment.
In Our Lotto?
It's POS machine anymore.
In Our Lotto, it takes a payment, does it? Okay, because I'm using Square for that, so I don't even have to keep using that.
Yeah, so you don't need to keep using Square. You can set it all up in Our Lotto.
Okay.
And that also transfers anything that you can sell online. You can just link to your website with an online store. So people, I know some of your stuff you can't, but what you can link to your online.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. There's a lot of stuff to be done.
Yes.
Step by step. I think I just got to get this thingo done, the behealth.fit, and then yeah, we'll get there. We're getting closer, but it needs to be done by the end of this couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will reach out if I really get stuck again. I'll just like this is just too much. I'll message you.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting there. Thank you,
Welcome.
Rochelle. Have a lovely day.
Sharing your screen if you want, Catherine. I don't know.
How do I do that? Stop sharing.
There you go.
Done. All right. I will go.
Anything else, Felita, before we sign off for the day?
No, nothing for me.
Too good. All right, beautiful ladies. Till we meet again.
Thank you, Rochelle.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.